You.
Hey, what's
the
up,
man himself.
How you doing?
Great.
Good. How about you, man?
I'm good. I'm trying to get this I hope it's sauce off the screen of my computer. I hope it's regular sauce.
Sauce is the best option sometimes.
As long as it's not a mystery late night sauce,
I don't know.
like something you made.
It is gross. I'll tell you that much.
So hypothetically, how would sauce have gotten on the screen? Is it like late night fit?
You don't ask sauce questions, man.
I mean, I was eating.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But it's not like the color of the sauce that I was eating.
Oh,
please excuse this rude motherfucker. He doesn't understand sauce etiquette.
I apologize. It's
so, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it's on there, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I got to clean it later. Fuck. How are you boys doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Good.
Just same old. Just
yeah.
Waiting for the Flyers to come on later, but that's about it, man. Nothing else going on.
You got your gear ready to go. Representing.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Our hockey team's shit most of the time down here. So
yeah, we had like one good run.
We had a good run a while back, and it's been.
I mean, the Flyers are notorious for like.
An episode of Are You Garbage? It's a hilarious new podcast, and I am on one of the episodes.
Oh, shut up, Ari. What the fuck is that? Anyway, yeah, no, Philadelphia is notorious for being a cock tease hockey team. Like, they will get you so hard, and you're like, fuck yeah, we're doing this. And it's just, you know what? I think my parents are coming home. You might have to, you're like,
you're gonna have to pull out and get out. You have to climb out the window. And,
oh yeah, dude, it's classic. Like, I don't think you know what? I'm changing my mind, and you just got to go. You got to go with it because it's just consent now.
Yep.
You can't be angry.
No,
gotta fucking deal with it.
Soft no, still a no.
How it goes, man.
It's funny down here that hockey was until the Hurricanes came here. It was like not really like there weren't really hockey fans, and so it's sort of been like a thing that is grown up with the team. Like, it's weird. Like, you get really fanatical fans, but. Oh yeah, they were never hockey fans beforehand. It's kind of weird, man.
I mean, I'll say this: you live in a city where, when you live in Philadelphia, everyone expects, like, even when the Eagles are doing poorly, like, you can shit on them all you want, and you're set up for failure. But there's that weird glimmer of hope that like something drastic could happen where they'll win the Super Bowl again. And just like, we're hanging on that one crumb. And everybody loves it.
It's Papali's fault.
Yeah,
it's completely Papali's fault.
Oh, dude, you just blame everything on everybody else. It's just when the Flyers lose, though. You can blame management, but then you look at like how much talent's on the team, and it's like getting a winning lottery ticket, but then scratching too hard, and you ruin like the number that
the code.
So like you have it there. You're like, I did win. I'm telling you, this is $1 million. Like, we can't read that number. You're like, fuck you. I'm telling you. I fucking bought it for $5. You can suck my dick. You know what? Next year, though, you fucking shit. I swear to God, I'm coming in here with another lottery ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to have a dime instead of a quarter this time. I got this down to a fucking art.
Dude, you do so many things. And I'll say, like, I mean, I guess it was last year. When the Flyers I'm predicting this now, I guarantee the Flyers are going to get to the playoffs again. There's not going to not be a playoff run. They're definitely making it in. But I also, like, last year when it got close, like after they beat, the Habs, I was like, oh man, they're moving on to fucking Tampa Bay. That'll be tough, but they can fucking do it. I remember I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we went to go see her aunt and uncle for Labor Day, and I was like, on the way there, I told her, I was like, look, and this is the first time I ever met them. Never met these fucking people ever. And I was on the way there, and I'm just like, look, I'm going to be nice, and I'll be able to conduct myself and whatever. It's like, but that game's coming on at 7. And I just looked at her. She's like, yeah. I'm like, and I'm watching it. Like, I don't care whether it's at that house or I have to go in the garage and look at my phone like I'm watching the game. How that's gonna happen. And she's like, oh no, my uncle is fine. He'll definitely be all about it. So like we were watching it, but I remember like I left to go to the car and I came back wearing a different shirt. And she was like, did you just change your shirt? And like in front of everybody, and I said it with such confidence, like, and I still in my head, I'm like, that's not that weird. You guys need to grow the fuck up. And I was like, I had a different shirt on, and she's like, did you change? And I was like, yeah. She's like, why did you put on a different shirt? I'm like, oh, this was the shirt I was wearing when they won the last time.
Exactly. Yeah.
That makes
I
perfect
was wearing
sense.
it when they won. And like 3 people was like kind of looking at me, but her fucking like uncle was like, oh, that's now see this is
Now you're thinking.
like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, of
Throw
course.
me
That's what
more
makes
of
you
that.
win. Yeah, dude. It's like you got to have your seat. You got to have your like order. Everybody has to be in the right place, man, and otherwise they don't win. And that's
It's
just
like,
the way it goes.
I mean, I would never say that I'm I'm not a religious man. I don't really believe in anything, but can't hurt.
No,
It's like,
no, I'm with you.
it's
Yeah,
not helping and it's not hurting. It's just like, hey, I just did this one thing, and weirdly enough, I will attribute it to any goal scoring.
Well, the universe does have its own set of machinations that are a mystery to us, and who are we to spit in the eye of destiny?
true.
I'm never gonna spit in the eye of whatever we call God because I want the Stanley Cup. I will back up and let whatever happens. And you know what? If they lose tonight, that sucks. That means I just take that shirt off that I was wearing, I wash it, and I get another shirt for the next time and see how that goes. And I rotate things out, and we'll see how it works out.
There's causality there. That makes perfect sense.
It's a routine. Some people, believe walking on coals will, absolve your sins, and people slaughtering animals, that's their way of prayer. You just need to give me whiskey and sit me down, and I'll be fine. And that's my Mecca, man. I'm fine with that.
At least you have logic in your performance.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
These idiots slaughtering goats. Then again, I will say this: if I was ever at a fucking Flyers game and it was crunch time and someone fucking shot a rabbit in the face and they want to be like, we need to round up cottontails now.
I'm gonna tell you, I've done some weird shit at tailgates before, all right? And so, like, I could believe that. I could be down with that. Like, I'm not for hurting animals for just
No.
but I mean, if it's my team,
Bugs Bunny's gonna get it.
And it's in the moment, who knows? Like, voodoo works for somebody, right?
Serrano.
Yeah, Pedro Serrano in Major League. So why not?
Kind of what I mean, man. It's like I was kind of waiting too when the Birds won the Super Bowl in 2018. How many people next year were just gonna have to like have their comeuppance, like with having to sell their soul to the devil, like have to answer for it. Like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Didn't think you'd be coming to collect. Like, so
See a lot of cloven hoof prints in the snow and soul extractions.
Like, really you're super pissed. Like, it's like, and nah. So I'm going to hell next week. So.
See how many of them are just doing like this and be like, worth it.
I guarantee if there is a hell, whenever you die, there's like a group of dudes wearing fucking like green with birds on, just sitting there like, yeah, this sucks. And every day I gotta suck my grandfather's dick. But let me tell you something. That parade, amazing.
Beautiful.
It was something else.
Did you see what we did to the lamppost? Well, it's better than the Panthers fans who got fucked.
What's up?
Oh yeah.
Brian Six in the house.
Hey, what's going on?
We're just talking about sucking dick for our teams winning. So
yeah, our grandpa's dick's in hell.
Yeah, grandpa's dick.
What's your team? Who's your team?
I mean, any team. Like we were talking about the Flyers, but like I probably would do that for the Panthers if they just got another chance in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
That was also the work of evil forces. And fucking Peyton's broke ass arm somehow won that Super Bowl. But
yep.
I want to know why
it's the Bucks, dude. It's gonna be the Bucks.
You think so?
I bet what did I bet? I think it was like
you said
$5. Yeah, it was like a $5. I bet $5 on them like literally 30 seconds after they announced Brady signed with the Bucks to win the Super Bowl.
It's
because the odds were so fucking high. And I was like, yeah, whatever. It's fucking Brady. We'll see. And now he has a chance to go back to the Super Bowl. I hope he wins. That'd be sick.
He's got like, and then they signed Antonio Brown. Well, they had the whole Gronk thing, I think, figured out from the get-go.
Oh yeah.
And then Antonio Brown signs late in the season. It's like,
It's the fucking NWO of football.
yeah, it's fucked
I
up,
know.
man.
It's great, dude. That
Scott
would be
Steiner's
sick if
coming
Brady
next.
came
Yeah.
out with a fucking black beard and long blonde hair.
Hollywood
He
Brady.
started going full lightning costume every time he came out. Like, it didn't match up with anybody. Just like God doesn't give a shit. It's like pointing to people on the field, just like this.
He's playing air guitar with all the Super Bowl rings on.
Yeah, that's fair. That would be the best. That's what I
Yeah.
want. That's what the XFL should have been. I don't know why it
absolutely.
wasn't that. You could have just done that, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, they ruined a great. I mean, they literally could have had wrestlers, out there, and I don't know. I guess didn't The Rock buy them now? And like,
Yeah, he
he's gonna-
bought one of the controlling interests in it. So,
I don't know. Maybe
The
he'll do
Rock
something.
did.
oh yeah, yeah.
Man.
I don't know. We'll see.
See, I'm upset that rednecks around here never got into hockey. I always thought that was a natural fit, like in North Carolina. Like
Too
you got
fast. Too fast for rednecks.
well,
Yeah,
but you still
way
have
too fast.
dudes who are getting in fights, who are hitting black things with sticks. I would have thought that's a fucking natural fit.
I just, having never skated, I've never ice skated in my life. And I've stayed away from that because I know, like, that's not for me. I'm clearly just there to watch. Like, I know if I were to ever get on skates and I hurt myself, I would be like, fuck hockey, fuck the NHL. These fucking pussies think they can do whatever they want. Yeah, I'd be done with it. But
Who put this fucking game on ice? What was that about? Slippery ice.
when I was a kid, I mean, you played football with your friends. I tried out for football. I wore a helmet once. I fucking people play baseball, I wrestled growing up. But like hockey is one, it's expensive and it's dangerous on 3 different levels. 1, you're on ice. Level 1, you're not meant to be there. 2, you're going fast as shit on ice. You're still not meant to be there. Now you're going 30 miles an hour. And 3, you have objects that aren't attached to you, and 2 of which are on your feet that are sharp as fuck that could kill somebody.
Yeah, that one dude that got bladed in the neck.
Oh man,
Yeah.
he played for Tampa.
Yeah.
No, he played for Buffalo. Sorry, he played for the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, he got fucking hit in the throat. One of the worst sports injuries ever. That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
awful. That's one of those things that like
That should have happened in a Van Damme movie.
Oh, dude, that's very Kumite. That is
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Him getting up the neck is so blood sport Kumite.
It's like the one like
fucking blind and then
like three tiers lower than after he made the quest.
Dude, it's like I don't want it to happen, but it would have been like such a weird baller move. It would have sullied the fucking league if the dude who did it just skated away with his arms crossed like M. Bison. Just like didn't care. Went
straight.
didn't even go to the penalty box. He just left the stadium completely and got in a car and for murder. That would be. Or years later, you found out like in a diary he had planned the whole thing. That's also
Yeah, I mean, he's MVP automatically at that point. I think you got to overlook punishing the guy. He's just, he's the MVP of the league.
He better be mentioned with Gretzky after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
most violent player. And
Yeah.
he just comes out, he's like, I'm
Most
smashing
violent.
bros. That's like New Jack on ice skating.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking need.
Just throwing in staple guns and like, yeah.
I love how like about 8 years ago, New Jack became the boogeyman of Philly. It's like no one really sees him anymore, but everybody's still scared of him.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, if I was in a room with New Jack, I'd treat it like I was in a room with a fucking cougar. No eye contact, no sudden movements.
Were you guys talking about the his camouflage? Like he has no he's like wearing lavender camouflage.
Oh yeah. Jack, like it was like it's a joke. Like he's one part of a one-man army, but like he doesn't need to hide. It's
Yeah.
like his camouflage literally brings him to attention. So you're like, fuck, it's New Jack. I swore I saw that very yellow camouflage from across the field over there.
It's like the only place he can hide is Circus in Vegas.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere.
Well, guys, I mean, I want to, it's a new day in America. We had the inauguration. Everything's changed. Everything's, better. Everything's great again. And it's, I'm just happy that,
That Floyd Mayweather's engaged to his head stripper.
no, I was just talking about seeing Garth Brooks yesterday was,
Oh,
was
yeah.
amazing, man. It was I was hoping for Chris Gaines to run in. Like that would have been the real, his alter ego.
Yeah.
I mean, he had like hair plugs, didn't he? Did
I think it was
Garth
just a
He had a
wig.
wig.
Yeah.
wig? Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he-
was fucked up, man.
What are you talking for Chris Gaines?
No,
Yeah,
no,
he was like an
yesterday.
emo douchebag.
Oh, I know that. But did you say Garth Brooks looked like he had a wig on yesterday?
Yeah, he looked like he either had hair plugs or a wig on
I
yesterday.
mean, he's fucking old, man.
Yeah, he definitely is. It's just it was a weird time to roll that out, I guess. Because
I mean, it would have been great if Garth Brooks was somehow like into Donald Trump, like you just never knew about it. And like at the end, he's like he sings Amazing Grace and nails it. And he's like, "Can you believe we let this black lady in? Thank you." And just leaves, and just like everyone's like, "Whoa, we did not." Just one thing. There was not one flub in that whole inauguration.
yeah,
And I mean, that just shows how much Trump supporters are pussies. Like, what are you fucking doing, man?
it is. But I have to say, like, as whatever you want to say about the raids, they were more entertaining than that inauguration for sure. The people raiding the Capitol.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if it was Newsweek or New York Post. Somebody got video of that shit, like an extended video of them breaking in, and it was like the best lesson for social studies ever, because like they get onto the Senate floor and this guy's sitting, they're like, they're yelling like, where are they? Where the fuck are the senators? Whatever. And so this one guy gets on the floor and he's like, might as well vote on some shit. And so then he sits down and he's like, wait, like you can tell he doesn't actually know what government does. So he's like trying to figure out, well, like, what are we going to vote on? And then nobody answers him. He just like gets stuck in the moment, just completely bombs.
Are you claiming that people who raided the Capitol are ignorant
I don't know.
of the civil workings of this country?
I don't know, man. Look,
You fucking pussy.
QAnon says that this is just all a matter of time. So
I mean,
we'll see.
that whole, I mean, the whole thing was disappointing and dumb and like also pointless.
Yeah.
And it would have been better. Like, dude, you didn't need to dress up like you were at like retarded Coachella to go in the fucking, like, why did you look like that? That's like, it'd be different if they showed up looking like a military presence or actually a militia and not like somebody who walked into a Halloween adventure 5 minutes before they were going up to the fucking place.
It was like Red Dead Redemption cosplay.
Yeah,
They're all like,
fuck, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And why? Like,
And how come nobody Twitch streamed that? I mean, that's a failing in and of itself.
I don't know. They were FaceTiming and fucking Snapchatting and everything on there.
yeah, there was a couple of Facebook Live and Instagram Live feeds from that.
Yeah.
How they caught most of those fucking retards.
That one swimmer, I don't know if you saw the Olympic swimmer that got caught. Like, he already was, you could tell he was like a little fucked up anyway.
Well, he was a shirt in the water kind of guy.
Yeah, he was. But I mean, and now he's like, I don't even know why I did it. Like, dude, I mean, how did you, like, you're a known person. You're like, somebody's gonna recognize you at least.
Right.
I don't know.
Wait,
Fucking
it was an
crazy.
Olympic swimmer?
Yeah, he won like gold medals for the U.S. and he rated. Yeah,
Was it?
It was
wasn't, I
Michael
mean,
Phelps.
it
Well,
was
yeah,
like,
clearly Phelps.
it was the other retarded swimmer. The
That's
other
when you
guy
find
was-
out. That's when you find out Michael Phelps is related to Fred Phelps from the Westboro Baptist.
Yeah.
Shirley
the
Phelps.
whole time.
Oh my God.
Phelps won the breaststroke with an "I hate fag" shirt on. And he just knows. Yeah, I do things.
How we do it.
Damn.
Glide right through the water. No gay hold me back.
Man. So wait, there was an actual Olympic swimmer at the Capitol?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Linkfoot, his name. He
Was it
got-
the Barbarian?
No, that would have been great
Oh,
though. That guy apparently is like they have arrested him, and he's like bitching because they won't give him an organic
Organic, yeah, completely organic diet.
in jail. Like he's really like
His
being a
mother is like
prima donna.
writing letters and talking to the press.
That's not how jail works.
No.
No.
Not how jail works, man. It's,
That'd be funny if he complained about that, a non-organic diet, and then another his cellmate's like, well, we definitely toss salads around here. He's
Right.
like, finally, thank God. I am
His is
dying.
100% organic.
His cellmate just holds up a spork salad spoon. He's like, I'm gonna eat some ass tonight. The music from Kill Bill goes like,
It's non-GMO.
It's complete organic ass right here. The guy's name's
wait, I also found out about that guy. Wasn't he like, as soon as I saw that guy, I was like, oh, look at this fucking theater nerd, like losing his mind. What a fucking douche. And it turned out he was like part of community theater, or like he is registered with like SAG or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Of
like,
course.
douchebag.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
as soon as I was like, look at this fuck face.
Yeah, dude. He's registered with SAG.
Well, I mean,
You know where I'm going with this. More like.
more like
Well, Phelps is against him. We know that.
Yeah.
I had enough of
there's a lot
that.
of confusion in that
Yeah.
Capitol. Like, look, I know we're doing this thing right now, but once we're out of here, the protest continues, my friend. You've seen my shirt. You've seen my.
We were talking about the video you saw with them going in, and we brought this up on YFI the other day because
Yeah.
I only saw the one video where they came in super hot, all dressed in their costumes, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, what's up?" And it's like mainly just because it was all white people,
Yeah.
so they're like, "Oh, this fucking wing from retarded school down the street made it in." That's what it's called in DC, too.
It's called a retarded school. Where'd you go to school? PS 118. Yeah, retarded school.
We went to retarded school.
Where'd you go? IQ 80? Whatever.
Gerald Ford School.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, you went to Billy Carter's school. Jimmy Carter's brothers. He's the only one who's brother. Like, yeah,
Billy
we
Beer.
for the retards.
Billy Carter's School for the Large Tongue.
Yeah. It's Billy Carter and Clinton's brother. They're like, this school rocks, dude. We make our own beer. It's horrible. And peanuts.
They
They're like,
take their
what?
driver's test at Ted Kennedy's driving school.
He's like, what you want to do is veer left and or right when you approach that bridge.
Also, bring
Look,
a.
You have to calibrate for the hooker in the trunk weight.
bring
Yeah,
a,
dude.
You're
bring
gonna
a-
kill some people. That's
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
way it is.
People got to die.
Bring a life
That's
jacket.
how it works. You want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs.
But yeah,
Breaks.
the
Not gonna work.
that video, yeah, it's like more extended. It's basically the same thing that everybody saw, but it's like more extended. You see them breaking in and looking at the senator's notebooks, and like one of these guys is like, he goes to Ted Cruz's notebook and he's like, fuck, he's gonna object to the Arizona vote and the Georgia. He sold us out all along. And this guy comes over his shoulder, he's like, no.
No, he's one of us.
That's what we wanted, man. He's like, oh. It's like,
Dude,
dude,
that's
you know
funny
what
that there
the
was
fuck you
info
want.
in Ted
Yeah.
Cruz's date book. You figure it would just be like a flip book of a guy jumping over a hurdle. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck does this guy even do other than be the Zodiac killer?
Yeah, he is definitely.
What if you open tech? It's just Mad Libs. But
Yeah, but he doesn't even get it right. He just like use a verb. He draws a triangle. It's like, come on, Teddy.
Or like shitty band emblems where he's drawn like the Sugar Ray album cover.
It's just a bunch of those S's with the 6 lines.
Oh,
that would be
Yeah.
so great. Or he's got one of those weird like fortune teller things.
Yeah.
You will marry.
Oh no, my cootie catcher.
Yeah,
Turns
dude.
out I'm gonna eventually have a very big pool. It's great.
What a guy.
Wait, did we start the podcast?
Yeah, we're just rolling. This is-
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, nice.
You know this
All
is
right, nice.
chaos. It's always chaos.
Yeah.
here.
the
Well,
more-
this is a video. Last time I did, we did phone.
yeah, and this is
Yeah.
we've got it more organized. We actually have a background.
I know. I see it. It's nice, dude.
Yeah. It's a green screen. That's
Oh,
what
there
they
you
call
go.
that.
Ooh.
I don't want to get too technical on you guys, but that's a green screen.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well, that's peel and pull wallpaper behind me.
Oh,
that's an
not real
American-
American
Shit me?
patriot himself.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Hell yeah. Got a little Bowie on him.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Lee
awesome.
Harvey Stardust, dude.
I love it, dude.
Yeah, me and Shayna put it up the other week.
It looks fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, we're gonna have the first like live stream out of it this weekend, and we're gonna have a fucking. It's gonna be. I told Shayna about the fucking surprise that we're gonna do for the live stream, which, dude, Shayna, I'll text you the one. It's good. I don't know if you guys were did you guys watch the Wigger roast?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
For sure.
seen
for
them
sure.
both.
And I was going to
Dude.
congratulate you guys on that because it was
Yeah, I thought this one was a lot better than the first one. The setup obviously was a lot better, and then the pictures were good.
yeah.
Dude, Rainey was on fucking fire. God damn, dude. I mean, it's tough, man. And Shayna knows too. It's like with those two, like when Gillis used to have his show, Digital Graffiti, where it was like a stand-up doing 5 minutes and then a panel of us in the back and a group chat, you know, on the screens at Helium, and the comic can't see it. It's one of the hardest things in the world to do is be on that panel. And I tell this people all the time when they ask about Digital Graffiti coming back, it's like, dude, you're in a group chat with John McKeever, Mike Rainey, Tim Butterly, Shane Gillis, Matt McCusker. It's like, dude, it's firing. And once one of them gets going, like you don't even want I just put in like, look at his wiener. God damn it, shit. You see your stupid comment come up on the screen. I'm like, hey, who's panel 5? That guy's an idiot, huh? I just write the N-word. I'm like, come on, I gotta shake it up.
There we go.
Get me noticed.
You start putting down Ugly Kid Joe lyrics. You're like this. Oh, like this.
Madman
like,
at Disneyland.
Don't know that I just did that.
Why does it keep saying if your dad's an alcoholic, then you'll be one too?
I don't know what that's about.
Shayna's like, what? What are you talking about? That don't run in the family. Hold on, I'm gonna go burn a methy.
Yeah.
I just hold up a light bulb real quick. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The funny thing is, I didn't watch. Not to get off subject, but you guys were talking about it when I came in, which was I didn't watch 1 second of yesterday's inauguration. Not one. I thought it was funny that people gave shit to Trump about not showing. I was like, why the fuck would he show?
No, he's the last person that would want to be there.
Yeah, dude. That I don't know. That's insane to me, and I just don't give a shit. And you know. We make fun of politics because we don't really follow them, but it's funny how like his first order was like, what is it? He's taking away basically everything Trump did, but one of his first things is like in major cities, immigrants don't have to fill out like immigration forms. I was like, let the chaos begin. Here we go, dude. I was like, yes, Joey, go batshit, dude. Joey is gonna go fucking batshit.
He just should have signed one order that says takesy backsies.
Yeah. Or like remind me to take my pills, please. Because
he just loses it. Like everything's super, super, super really like crazy. The Palm Circus like, and also abbreviations do not count in Scrabble. Enough of this fucking bullshit.
The Oxford comma is the only comma.
I wish our politics were almost like the Ukraine. You know, I wish we were like 10 to 20 years behind major fucking everything else.
Well, according to some people, they are now.
Oh, dude, I just saw this some person I forget who it was on Instagram on their story put up a meme, and it's had this fact on it about the Ukraine, and I was dying laughing. So I googled it to see if it was true, and it was true, but it was from like 2015 or 2010, which makes sense because I think with any kind of like, you know, the Ukraine or Russia, we get their news like, you know, like they get our movies and fashion. It's always like 10 years late. Yeah. So what it was in the Ukraine, they put in this policy to get rid of it's illegal now to memorialize like any communism in the Ukraine. So they had a statue of Lenin and they replaced it with Darth Vader. I was like, brilliant. Because all I can think about is like most of the percentage of the Ukraine has no idea what Star Wars even is yet. They didn't even get that yet. You know what I mean? Like they just got Godfather 1. They're like, all right, this is good. But with this, it's like, oh, that's good. So we can't talk about communism. Good. Fuck communism. Lenin, take him down. What's this Darth Vader guy all about? All right, let's see. He blew up planets. He wanted to erase an entire just species of people. This sounds familiar. Not so much Russian as it does German.
They've on stormtroopers and uniforms.
They're like, yeah, communism's bad, but space dictatorship rules, dude.
It'd be funny if they just went another way. There's people protesting Darth Vader, like, all right, what are we? We're Ukraine. What are we?
Yeah.
Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. No, how we do? It's just like
it's just insane to me that they're like, yes, dude, we got to start this process to get rid of memorializing or even acknowledging communism. All right, put up that dictator from the Stars movies.
I would love to be.
You know, the Ukraine's retarded. Dude. They're like, yeah.
Hey, remember when he murdered all those children?
Which would have been better if they put up fucking what's his name, Shayna? What was Moranis' name? Helmet.
Dark Helmet. Yeah.
If they put up Moranis instead.
But the statue can flip the helmet up.
Yeah.
Dude. I just hope they start making other evil like characters from movies parts of their like new statue.
Yeah.
But they don't even make sense. Like one's like the alligator from Lake Placid.
one's just fucking M. Bison while he's flying across the room.
Dude, they elect Sagat. Everyone's got eye patch, like it's the new fashion, dude.
This guy's good, man. He's good. You see his policies. His foreign policy, very nice.
They change Ukraine to Shadowloo.
You can only be a black guy there if you're wearing boxing gloves.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be sick though if the Ukraine changed it all around and everywhere you walk was just a Street Fighter level. I'm like, man, these docks are weird. It's always the same car and these waves coming up.
Dude,
let's go hit on that Chinese girl. No.
What's with that green thing beating up that Cadillac?
it's electric.
Yeah, there's everyone just hunkering down trying to electrocute people.
Yeah. The Indians, like, watch out, fucking Indians. They're just gonna reach through.
You better not wear a headband in that fucking country. I'll tell you that right now.
When I was a kid, I remember telling my mom that I wanted to take yoga. And she was confused as fuck. And she's like, why? I was like, like, I think it'd be good for me. It's like a new thing. And honestly, the only reason I wanted to take yoga, because I thought if you took yoga, you'd be able to stretch, teleport, and blow fire like Dalzim. I'm like, that's a real thing.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this. You told Sue you want to do yoga, and I don't think I said it to you because I don't know if you said it on the podcast or we were just talking, but I remember regretting not saying, man, I wish you would. I would have killed to see Tom's reaction if you told your father that. Like, Dad, I want to play yoga. He's like, listen, faggot. First off, we don't like gays in this family. All right? Second off, I need to borrow $8. Do not ask.
But no, the thing is, if I had said, Dad, I want to take yoga, he'd be like, that's bullshit. Why would you want to do this? I'm like, look at this video game. Guy stretches, blows fire, and teleports. Like, all right, we're going to Dick's Sporting Goods right now. And I won't ride, so this is what I want. I want you to teleport into that state store, come back with some Goldschlager. I don't know.
Just reach your arm in there.
Yeah, just, Ryan, get me a beer. He's like, you see that?
Hey, look, boy, I know you can grab around and get the scratchers when they ain't looking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I saw that in a video game. Like, of course this makes sense. Yoga's real. I know that.
It's like the best.
He thinks it's a conspiracy theory. Yeah. Yoga did 9/11.
They don't teach it to just everybody, okay? Yoga did 9/11.
He was like, I know them yogas were up there doing
that
9/11.
Like no yogi I know.
No second. There was no second plane, dude. That was that guguy's arm reaching all the way up there and knocking the tower down.
Your dad just shows up with high boots.
Yoga fire.
Dude, that'd be funny if he took you to become like fucking M. Bison. He gets you the character and he gets out of the car, but he's got like high white boots. You're like, why'd you go with Chun-Li, Tom? He's like, hello, season.
It's like,
He's
oh,
like, this is
fuck
gonna
it.
get your mom back.
my dad's like climbing a chain link fence with like a claw.
Vega.
See this season?
He's got a long braided ponytail. He's just like,
But instead of the claws, it's 3 box cutters.
no, just salad tongs. He's like,
That'd be sick if he got jacked and just put a wig on his chest, dude. He was like, I'm Zangief, you bitch.
my dad would show up with shitty spray painted face green with orange hair, like a you'd be like, "What's up? I'm Blanca now."
Dude, that was too sick. Dude, how sick would it be if your dad pulled up in that fucking hunk of shit he used to drive around in, got out of the car, Billy Madison style, just sat on there, and was just like with this, but he was still dressed like Blanca.
Dude, my dad would show up in that shitty Mustang and park it diagonally in the street, and then try to break it apart with his bare hands.
Get 1 extra points.
Yeah, but he only pulled over because he ran out of gas.
But he stops halfway through and he hits it 2 hours like, ah!
That's American
Could
metal.
have done yoga. That's how you do that.
Yoga.
Yeah, that's how you tear that car apart. You do yoga.
He
only hung
comes
on
with
to-
a Scotch tape back here. He's like, I'm E Honda. He's like, look out, dude, I'll get you.
Fucking Eddie Goro.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that
dude.
was
That was that.
no, that was fucking Tekken.
Oh, my bad. Who's the?
You
Didn't they do a
traitor.
capoeira guy in Street Fighter Special?
That was
Edition?
later on.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah, I was way later. They started adding.
Sorry.
I think it'd be also crazy. My dad, he then gets in trouble for appropriating an entire culture because he gets out like T-Hawk. He's just like, feathers in his hair. He's just like, what he thinks a Native American
Yeah.
is. Like, how could you let me be late?
How?
He's got a vest with beads all over the motherfucker, tiny skulls.
Dude, how's North Carolina?
Ah,
Are you guys like opened up?
Quasi.
So it's weird because it depends on the county. The counties are. I
Oh,
just heard
okay.
this. So like the amount of cases in the county depend on how late some places can stay open and what they can do. So it's kind of weird, man. It's like depends on where you are. And then
Only about half the people listen to the shit. Nobody's enforcing
yeah,
it.
but yeah, there's that too. There's a lot of people that are just like, fuck it, I don't care. So
What do you got to wait till 8 to start yelling the N-word?
yeah,
No. Come on, man.
they will never.
You're like,
get rid
come
of
on,
that.
baby,
You
that's
hear me?
happy hour. Gotta be 5 o'clock somewhere.
No, it's 9:30. Knock it off.
All right, you dumb nick.
Oh, goddamn watch. No, you can start anytime. That's the one thing that'll be consistent.
And always 24/7 in a Waffle House, so
yeah,
it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember when we were down there last. Oh yeah, we'll be there first week of February.
yes,
And we will see you.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
we were already
yeah, I
have
think,
our tickets and such.
Your last guest is coming down with us too. 'cause she
That will
hasn't
be
been there
awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking amazing.
yet. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it'll be great. And yeah.
Dude, just as an aside, I think you did at least 5 minutes just off the cuff last time. You were down there just on North Carolina.
Yeah.
The bits I don't know would work anywhere else, but you just fucking slayed it.
Okay, so here's the
Slated,
funniest thing. What night were you guys there?
I think we're
Saturday?
there. I think we're there Friday.
Friday, one of the
I
two.
don't know. Yeah, it might have been a Saturday. It was.
Yeah, I remember
can't
seeing you guys downstairs. I think you were there for. All right, so Saturday night. Here's the thing, and you guys obviously weren't there, and Shayna knows about it, but I had to point this out. So this was when we were doing those shows. O'Connor was filming them for Shane because he was trying to clip a bunch of content together at the time, because obviously this was before lockdown and we were doing a bunch of shows. But O'Connor was like, yo, do you want me to film your set? And I was like, you can, whatever. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? For some reason, and he watched the tape like 2 or 3 times before he gave it to me and edited it and gave it to me. I had to point it out. Shayna knows about it. For some reason, Saturday, I opened up fucking one of the funniest things I've ever done in my life, and it wasn't a joke. And I don't think people even noticed it. But for some reason, I have the audio, but for some reason, I say something, I'm like, and then I'm like, anyway, yeah, I don't know how to say rally anymore. And dude, I don't even remember doing it. I watched the tape and I was like, did you see this? And O'Connor's like, what? And I played it, and dude, we played it probably 6,000 times from Saturday till Monday night, getting back to Philly. We played it so much, dude. Played it almost as much as the race when I fell on the beach. But fucking, dude, I have the audio right here. Hold on. It's, let me see. This is it. Hold on. Dude, it's so fucking good. What the fuck? When was that?
God
Jesus Christ.
damn, when was that?
Was it? No, that wasn't that long ago.
It was like
2019.
no, it was I think it was like January.
Oh, here it is. 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 It might not come across clear, but listen for it. I'm like, then I'm like, Hold on.
How are you guys? Down here, Raleigh. I just say Raleigh. From Philadelphia, we're garbage fire at the access. Okay, you're done now. I don't count now.
This one.
I like being out here. I like going places. Get your parent to Philly.
I'll play it for you when we're down there, but it's such an aggressive, like, oh! I don't know. You ever see
you hate fucking somebody and lecturing them at the same time?
Did you ever see I immediately thought about fucking what you would call it, Long Came Polly,
Yeah.
which is one of the funniest movies in the world, but and Philip Seymour Hoffman, just one of the funniest fucking dudes in the world, but dude, crushed, easily one of the funniest movies he's ever done. But when he goes to the meeting for fucking Ben Stiller and he's like, thank you, Stanley, and he's just like, thank you. He just does it like 6 times when he's staring at I was like, why am I Hoffman here right off the bat? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Philly.
That's got to be your go-to move now.
I love it. It's
Dude, that becomes your get her done.
I'm like, you know what I mean? It just keeps getting louder though. It's like
You get a bunch of fucking you get a ton of merch that says throat clears in parentheses on it.
and that's why I don't vote.
Those are just
He's doing it again. He's gonna do
pillow on stage. It's like, I don't know what he did.
Night terror.
That's good though, man. It's good. I like comedy. You don't have to think about it. You know what I mean?
That's something no one else is doing. You name another throat clear comic in this city.
I just, dude, I don't know. The funny thing is, and to this day, I still believe if I didn't point that out, no one would have noticed. And I was like, this is the funniest thing I have ever done on stage. And there's this whole thing. We have this thing, and Shane, you know about it, but like between the Philly guys, we've talked about it. And I think it started with me and Shane saying the worst thing's going to happen one day is like someone's going to get a national platform, some fucking kid or whoever, a new comic, and they're going to put that mic right up to their ass and fart. And I'm like, well, comedy's over, dude. Because that's going to be the best thing I've ever seen on stage. If someone tears one off in the middle of their Comedy Central special, I'm like, brilliant.
Yeah, you're right. It's always funny, and it's across all platforms. You can't beat that. I mean,
Oh, dude, farting is the funniest thing in the world.
yeah,
It will never not be hilarious.
and you learn it so early too. Like you just get it when you're like,
Oh, yeah.
you're a little kid, man. You just understand that's the funniest thing that's gonna happen all day.
I've seen you and your nephew exchange farts, and both of you just laugh.
Yeah, man. That's what
Ridiculous.
we do.
That's weird saying
our
exchange farts though, especially with a nephew. I was
language.
like, whoa, dude.
I wrap them in a like a box, and for his first birthday, I give him a small one, and-
Exchanging farts. It looks like
Yeah,
I
that's a
just
weird
imagine
one.
both of you in very like really prestigious garb, like you're like a big tube in between both your asses, and like, here's the first
The
fart.
first one.
He slaps you in the face with a glove to duel, but instead of walking away, you come together, ass together.
There's a whole lot of weird English saluting, like
Yeah. I think there has to be powdered wigs involved so the dust blows off of them whenever you do it.
and for whatever reason, both of you have no idea about culture, so you're both dressed like geishas for some reason.
Yeah.
You're just floating across the room.
like everybody's dressed like Amadeus. Like we're just fucking
Whoa.
yeah.
I didn't know they do that
pantaloons
fart geisha stuff.
and- Fart geisha.
Fart
Well,
geisha,
what is-
dude.
Don't let anybody knock North Carolina culture. They do
Yeah.
fart geisha stuff down here.
Fart geisha is good. We exchange farts and
Man, I bottled up some of them fart geisha stuff. I
It's
got a
good.
good collection going.
it's good. We have fart geishas and we'll never put a time ban on N
I
word. I'll tell you that right
guarantee you,
now.
If
That's
either
North Carolina.
went to a fucking rummage sale with a painted up geisha thing with a tube coming out of its butt, and someone's like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh, this is a fart geisha." We're exchanging.
Dude,
They'd be
I don't
like,
know. I think Asians have been doing that for years, dude. If you look at some of the old Asian paintings, it was just some dude like, you know what? I'm gonna put this guy's dick in this kid's ear, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna sell it and say
Yeah.
it's the Ming Dynasty, dude. They're like, all right,
Well, they
fucking sells
started
for 80 million.
they started
They're like,
tentacle
oh, it's
porn.
Asian.
Ming Dynasty.
Yeah,
They-
dude.
Wrapping
They
on a
did
paper
start-
plate.
Yeah, they
Ming.
started Asian or
Tentacle.
tentacle porn.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
sexy though.
You know, you can get tired of regular fucking women all day, every day, but when
Yeah.
you're bringing an alien from a different dimension, that's
Yeah.
when it starts getting.
You gotta
Ooh,
put 8.
an octopus.
Yeah.
Well, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't looked at an octopus and wanted to fuck it though? You know
Well,
what I mean?
they're so squishy.
Oh yeah, Shayna, did you fuck your flashlight yet?
I did.
Ugh. A fan shout out to John. Was it
On the Dio.
John DiDio?
Yeah.
Sent fan of ours, sent Shayna what was her name? What's the chick's name?
Dylan Harper.
Right. Yeah.
Dylan
Dylan.
Harper flashlight.
I heard this on
And,
this last episode, right? You guys were
Yeah.
talking about this.
Yeah, well, it came to my house and it was
Yeah.
and it said it was from it came to my house, but it had Shayna's name on it. And I asked him, I was like, did you order something here? I thought it was something for the studio because we're redoing the whole room and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I didn't say anything. I was like, all right, well, you just got something here. And you're like, and Shayna was like, all right, I guess I'll see it. And then I got a message through the Patreon, I think, that John had sent me. It was like, yo, enjoy, because obviously he got the notification through Amazon that your package has been delivered. And it was like, he was like, yo, tell Shayna, I said, enjoy the flesh. I was like, all right, because the company's name is like ilf.com. That's all it said on the thing. The minute I Google it, goes right to Amazon sex toys. And I was like, oh, all right. So this is a fucking fleshlight or something. And the funny thing was that entire time, all I could think about was like, how the fuck does this dude get my address?
Send a.
I was like, dude, you better be careful with that fleshlight, dude. You might have fucking razor blades. In it.
It's like
I looked
Halloween,
in,
like
I
a weird
turned it
Halloween.
inside out the first time I looked at it. And I saw, dude, those things.
Oh, I
are-
thought you meant when you fucked. You're like, you ready, baby? We're gonna get weird. I don't know if you know about geisha culture.
I was wearing it on my head like a weird sock.
you're just doing it wrong. You're smacking yourself in the face while you're beating off with a Brillo pad. I'm like, what is the point of that?
Army
Flashlight,
Hammer
dude.
shit, man.
Yeah, it's a quality product.
Yeah. Did you clean it yet?
Yeah, I did have to dump it out.
Ugh.
So
Oh,
like
Jesus.
I had to
It's-
take. So the bag. I don't know if any of you guys ever seen one or used one. So
I've
like,
seen them.
seen
I've
'em.
never used one.
It's like the real one, it's like the big white casing and that, you know what I mean? Like it's one of those, like a legit one. They're expensive too.
yeah, dude, they're fucking. It was ridiculous. But in the back, there's like a cap you unscrew. So I guess that's like the dump valve.
Oh,
You take that out of there.
it's like you're changing oil on a fucking Cadillac. It's like, Jesus Christ.
So
I
the
was
yoga comes
sticking
in.
and everything. I was like, this is good. This is all right. But I had to take the cap off because if it's on there too tight, it builds up like a suction thing. So then my wiener was stuck on this big rubber sock.
You just call me. You're like, I need you to come over. I'm like, why? You're like, you just got to come over, dude. I got sucked in, dude. I got
was gonna
sucked
bring this
in.
up on the podcast, but now I'm bringing it up now. So I'm fucking it, and like my dick is like, it's like, oh, this is really on this thing. So then I put my finger next to my dick.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in the back of it. You're like, yeah, so like an ass, you know?
I didn't take the cap off yet. But in the front where my dick was, I just slid my finger into my dick in the fake pussy. And when I did it, it let out this huge queen.
Oh, dude, it tooted.
It tooted.
It talked to you.
Authentic,
It's
man.
like,
It's
It was like,
authentic.
oh. I was like, oh man.
I thought you were going to be like, it started nagging you. You're like, fuck you, fucking bitch. It's like a real girl.
Stop it. Stop it.
I told you, only in the shower if you want to put it there.
I
You had to
started-
jibby your
started
Jimmy.
talking about 90 Day Fiance immediately. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. shut up.
Just sitting on the couch with it, like, all right, I'll stay on my side. You fucking bitch.
My roommate comes home and I got like half a hoagie inside of it.
That'd be funny if you were just using it as a koozie the whole time. You're like, oh, this thing is fucking efficient.
I honestly was thinking about what else I could use it as.
Dude, it would make a great koozie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I thought about.
You should start bringing that out as a koozie, but just the rubber part, like it's like Quado fucking sucking a beer can down.
Dude, I was gonna. You could take the bag and stretch it wide. I was gonna put it all the way in my forearm and start taking things out of the oven with it.
Dude, you should go to the strip. You should go down to fucking like Delilah's with it in your pants. You're like, you ready for this, babe? All right, I got some issues. Have you ever seen this? Because it's got the ridges on it.
This is weird. This is not what. Does your vagina look like this inside?
Wait, did you watch Dylan Harper porn when you fucked it?
No.
Were you looking at her pussy like, let me see this fucking accuracy? This hers is way more roast beefy.
You have to pause it and you're like, no.
If you look at, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. I guess they like just have like them spread eagle and like do a mold of it.
So
I've seen how they do it when that was like a big craze of a while back.
MTV like years and years ago.
Yeah.
Well, her autograph's on the side of it. Like it's like a weird. So it's like all. I mean,
it's just spelled wrong. Just the dumb bitch spelled her name wrong.
It's actually Bryce Harper, which I didn't think. Bryce.
It's a backwards D. It's like, what is this bitch doing? Dude, we have to get her on the podcast just to talk about her fake vagina. So I'm talking it the other day. All right.
So I don't want to sound weird or anything, but I have masturbated to a fake orifice of yours.
I'm sure she gets that quite a bit though. Like I'm sure that's not even in the top 10 of the weird shit she hears.
One thing I've always been weirded out about is like, because I've known like 3 people who've done porn, and like the weirdest comment they've got to get is like, oh, I'm a big fan of yours. That just means you feed off so much to them.
I'm a big fan of yours. I beat my dick off to you.
But at the same time, that's a mission accomplished for them. I mean, that's
I mean, that's
customer service.
know.
Yeah.
What I just think it's like, what if you just meet any celebrity like, I'm a big fan of yours, like, oh, you enjoy my movies? Like, no, I beat off to you.
No, yeah, exactly. Just a random girl on the street. You're like, I'm
a big fan of her.
Too creepy. Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Jenna, who works at CVS.
I just come in here to get a
fan of her.
Yeah. That
those cardinal earrings she wore were really nice the other day.
But there's I don't want to stereotype here, but most of those porn stars have the baggage built up anyway, so they're used to, like, that's probably
You're saying the word Foster is somewhere in there.
I'm saying fingered under a blanket.
That's just America, man.
No, I mean,
that's actually how I foreplay with my fleshlight. I fingered it under the blanket first.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's always the good blanket too.
That's what they actually teach you that in yoga.
I laid down a really nice quote.
Yeah, it was the soft blanket. None of that scratchy plaid shit.
That's the first step in Dalzim yoga.
Yeah,
Finger fleshlight.
Yeah, you go around the couch and
I got this fleshlight for fingering, this one for different thing.
Oh, that thing is rank though. O'Connor's is still at our house.
Oh, what? Oh, O'Connor's. Yeah. Oh my god.
His is weirder though, because because his is just a fucking guy's fleshlight. It's just an you pop it open, it's just a dick comes out like a Jack in the Box. I'm like,
there's nothing sadder
doing,
in
O'Connor?
my head than like, like if you were like an action star, like maybe you see like an old poster in a room, like, oh man, somebody got that. Or you see like somebody like hasn't been buying your DVDs and on their shelf, like, god damn, what a bummer. But there's nothing sadder than having a mold of your vagina that now someone keeps underneath a sink in a bathroom they don't even use anymore. That's gotta be the saddest feeling. Like, one person who has that mold of their vagina just shuddered one day, like, what's that? It's like, no one's fucking my old decrepit
dude, how fucking embarrassing. That would be the worst, dude, if you were a porn star and like fucking you called into your like management, like your agency, and you were like, hey, how are sales doing on that fleshlight we put out? They're like, yeah, it's not great. It's like, oh,
Or
God,
the discount
almighty.
rack now.
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah,
doing
dude.
better.
They're in the discount bin.
There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than
God.
economy fleshlights, dude.
Oh, that's gonna be so degrading.
Most people are actually using it as a toilet brush holder now.
Just using it for other things. Like you actually are the most versatile golf club size.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Dylan, don't beat yourself up.
It's one hell of a daisy vase.
It's just a fucking truck hitch. It's like, whoa, dude. I think I'm pull a Winnebago, dude. I'll tell you that.
They could have a second life as like the antithesis of truck nuts.
Oh yeah, it's just a pussy swinging.
It's not
Actually, you know what would be the best use for a fleshlight? Just think it a pastry thing that people use to put pipes in.
Nice.
Yeah.
You fill it up
Decorating a cake.
Dude,
At the same time, if I saw anybody using that, that's the last time I'm going to that bakery.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it comes out brown. You're like, oh, that's the wrong side.
Yeah.
Shoot.
sorry, that's the wrong one.
But it's just like that queef noise
Yeah.
still. Like you're just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. That chef better have the big white hat too when they're doing
it's repurposing things. Yeah, like was it the Antiques Roadshow where they bring in like
Yeah.
you were talking about like these old used ones, like they bring them to Antiques Roadshow. Well, actually,
It's just sex toys that he never
Yeah,
used.
Yeah, dude.
that's a Dylan Hopper from 2012.
He's like, that's only a semi-used anal bead link. I'll tell you that, dude. That's a good one.
Gently,
I just didn't want it.
gently used.
Gently.
That'd be funny if they tried to sell it off as like antiques, but they were just shitty homemade sex toys. It's just like a fucking fishing line with marbles on it. It's like, what is that? It's just a bunch of jawbreakers on it.
a vibrating
It's
toothbrush.
popcorn. It's popcorn like you used to put on a Christmas tree in kindergarten. It's like- he's like, look at this anal strand. Never used. It's good though.
There's one that's just a train whistle with bottle caps glued onto it. It's like, you see this?
It's the cow thing. It's like, wow. Moo. So that's a good ass fleshlight, dude. Every time I do these shitty salesman things, I just immediately think of your father. Like he's at Comic-Con. It's like, what are you doing here, Tom? He's like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of money in these sex toys. It's like, dude, that's a fucking red Solo cup with cotton balls in it. He's like, that's my fleshlight. I'm selling it for $80,000.
Sex toys are sweeping the nation. Tom, that's just a pair of left-handed scissors. Think about it. You gotta think.
But he's trying to sell the red Solo cup as Toby Keith's butthole.
He just has medical gloves blown up with a knot on the end. He's like, that'll jerk you off, dude. I'll flap them.
Dude, he's got a paper plate with a crudely drawn woman's face on it. He's like, that's kind of love.
No, it's a hand turkey on the plate.
And it's got your name on it.
That's part of my Columbus collection there.
It's autographed to any woman, like the
Well, he just
Dylan Harbor.
turns around children's art and just turns it into a sex toy.
And it's good stuff,
He's
man.
selling your child.
Damn, dude. I do wonder what Tom's fucking taste was with porn before he went. I would have loved.
I'm pretty sure
He's just watching videos of people paying off debt. He's like, that's it, dude. That's hot shit, dude. It's just dad showing up at the time they said they're going to pick their kids up. It's like, it's hot shit right here, right? You see
I
this?
guarantee
Never do
if
that.
he had like a mixtape of shit he was watching, it was like full-blown 80s Bush and
Oh,
then
yeah.
like drag racing at Maple Grove Speed.
That is way more views than the porn.
Dude, he's
So you
just
seen him out the gate? Woo.
He's like, so here, look at this chick. She got a fucking sniz on her that looks like a fucking. She got a boy and a head scissor.
But watch this number 6 car come around this turn right here. This will get hard.
Yeah, it's a combination of that and then just like sports bloopers from the 1980s.
Yeah, it's like George Brett in like the 80s.
Dude, it's either full-blown 80s Bush or that Dorf video. That's
Oh,
Golf.
Fucking Tim Conway on his knees.
And my dad's like, I just jerked it. Now I need to watch this half midge.
learn how to two-putt, you know what I mean? Dude, have you guys ever catch your parents with porn?
My dad,
We
for sure.
didn't have
yeah.
to.
No
check our
shit,
dads.
really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude,
dad
my
was like-
because the only reason I asked is because me and Shana, neither one of us did, but my buddy, and I've said this on the podcast, has my buddy who's not, he's a non-comic, I've known him for years, has the funniest story about walking in on his father beating off. It was the funniest to this day. I make him tell me, and he fucking hates it, but it's so stupid. But I met his father. His father actually looked like Tom a lot, like short guy, t-shirt always tucked into his Lee denims. You know how it is, Shaner. Big belt buckle, hat, smoke hanging out. And he was the man, though. Like, my buddy's dad was cool as shit, but like, I wasn't there. This is when they were in like high school. They're at the house. It was like him and 3 of his buddies. They left and seriously got like 10 feet from the house. That's it. Like, not even, maybe like 8 or 9 feet. And my buddy realized he didn't bring his keys with him and they were going to be out late, whatever. So he's like, oh, fuck, let me run back in. Ran back in. His dad was in a fucking lazy boy in the living room where they had just walked out under 20 seconds ago, going to town under a fucking blanket. He was like, and he's like, what the hell are you doing back here? He's like, dude, I forgot my keys. What are you doing? He's like, I can't find the remote, which is the funniest line I have ever heard anyone trying to cover up beating off with. I can't find the remote, so I'm going to jerk my dick off really fast and aggressively.
He's stealth jerking too, where he's under the blanket in his own
But
house.
he did the fucking like 13-year-old getting caught, just like, you know, like Flea's face. And dude, I go, what did you do? He goes, dude, I went upstairs, I got my keys, and for a split second, I was like, I'm gonna jump out of my bedroom window because I cannot go back downstairs. And I go, what'd you do? He goes, dude, I booked down the steps and I didn't even say anything, just right out the door.
Yeah.
And dude, I was like, do you ever talk about it again? He's like, dude, you've met my dad. I was like, yeah. Nah, you never brought that up ever. He's like, fuck no.
You can't bring that up. It's
wait, so you walked in on your dad watching porn or fucking yanking?
No. I mean, I've probably watching for sure, but like he had like all the magazines.
Probably watching.
Yeah. Dude,
it was a weird scene.
Yeah, it's a weird scene.
But your dad probably was like critiquing.
Shana, that's you walking in, watching him beat off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening here?
The steeple. Yeah.
So yeah, my dad was a fucking deviant, man. He was reckless, but
are your parents divorced?
Oh yeah, they got divorced when I was like
okay. So
yeah, so
he's out there singling and mingling, beating it.
Course, yeah, and he had the the dad apartment for a couple of years. And, and so
I know about that.
The single dad apartment was no holds barred. So there was like porn. I know there was porn magazines everywhere. Like I remember he had like Penthouse and
single dads, dude. That's first thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting my porn everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
they think it's cool, and it's like, dude, just get a laptop. Why do you have this paperback? Fucking, what do you go in the comic book shows?
You know what the weird thing is? There would be times where like my dad would have porn out, like it's classic having it on the tank of the toilet. Like if you're just but like every now and again he would have like Playboys and Hustlers and stuff, but then it'd be like a Sears catalog or something
mixed in there, fanned out on the coffee table like it's a dentist office.
He's like, maybe you're not into it all the way. She's got some good pants on.
Also did not finish the jumble in that highlights magazine, right? So I've had it.
Don't ruin that for me.
Also, I do not know what a jumble is.
Yeah.
My one buddy caught his dad, but it was from Google searches. His dad didn't realize that the search saved in the main thing, and he was a single dad. His dad was divorced, and he goes, "Dude, he bought him the laptop, and he was over there one day. He goes, dude, I'm going through my dad's thing. I go into Google, and when you go in the search thing, if you don't press anything right away and click it, it'll show the previous searches." He goes, dude, I was gonna ask him if he was okay because there was some shit on there. I was like, oh, dude, like fucked up shit. He goes, no, just like a lot of black pussy. And I started dying. I was like, wait, was that a Google search? He goes, that's why I said it. Like, I swear to God, one of his Google searches, black pussy. I was like, yes, dude. Yes.
Curiously enough, Thomas Jefferson also. That was weird.
Yeah. And it was like, the next thing was, it was funny because he used to have a screen. He probably doesn't have it anymore, but he used to have a screenshot of it on his phone. And it was like anal fuck, black pussy. And then it was like the third or fourth one now was like nearest Jiffy Lube. I was like, that is horny, dude.
And that's how you got tires.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
McKeever was like, say this line. I was like, I wouldn't say this, but let me find my motivation. Oh, yeah. Matt's dad's Google searches. Shout out Matt. I won't say his last name, but he knows who he is.
Big ups to you, Matt.
Yeah, it's like how much is a pound of crabs at Salty Dogs? It's like a regular Google search, then it's like cream pied in the mouth, black pussy.
It is weird. That's a weird, weird trail where everything ends. Like, you know where it starts and ends.
Yeah, you know what he finished on.
Yeah, you know what he finished on.
I'll tell you what, dude, you can really find out where you are, like sanity wise, like where you are in your life by your fucking porn searches. It's insane to me. Like, some people were like, what, you don't watch blah blah blah? I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you don't watch Electric Shock Midge cream pies? It's pretty good. I don't know. It doesn't trail. It's a plot right away. It's like, whoa.
Electric Shock Midge.
I did not just Google that.
Yeah, and then after that, it's like how to fix a water heater. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover all the bases.
It's like, how many days are in June?
Yeah, what? It's like hot anal milk fuck, like gangbang 500. What do Libras really believe in?
It's like
Like, I
midget
stopped here
shit,
for a second.
mid shit anal porn. The next one is, when is the next Haley's Comet?
Have you
Where's
ever
the
been,
next Olympics?
have you ever been
It's like
insulted by your porn recommendations?
What's that?
Been
Have you ever been
insulted?
insulted by your porn recommendations?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, dude,
How
I don't even
dare
want to get
you.
into it, and I don't want to even hear it. And I know Shayna knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Let me tell you about being insulted. Shayna saw a porn with Butterly, and it's the most disgusting shit I've ever heard in my fucking life, dude. And the fact that Butterly brought that up at his home
It
with
wasn't
his
that-
kid.
It wasn't that he brought it up. It was
Well,
like
shit. He was like, hold on, let me fucking pause this fucking
it was
Tekken 2, and I'm gonna show you something.
It was a mixtape.
It was Summer Jams 04.
No,
Butterly's like, yo, dude, I classified as Summer Jams 02.
So there
Mary
was
Jo don't know.
the internet mixtape, and the first one was called Retardatron. And
Yes,
then
that's
we
what it
watched
was,
that
yeah.
together, and then we watched Retardatron 2, when it was
Electric Boogaloo?
Honestly,
Yeah.
it was he and I, and
Electric
his wife,
Shootaloo, dude.
and we're just watching, and then at one point, and like it's like kids breaking their arms, all weird, like like just a weird. It's like a mishmash of shit, and then comes the coup de grace, where I'm like, I
Ugh.
don't know what we're watching here, but it was cockroach porn.
Oh,
It started out like this naked chick, and like her butthole is like speculummed open.
Yeah, but where was it filmed? What nationality is this?
It was somewhere Asian. It was an Asian thing, and there's a
You
guy.
don't say.
He's like hovering over her butt, like like,
He's like, oh.
that sounds Japanese.
like he's got like the stereotypical like Coke bottle glasses, like and then like he goes, and there's like a fucking pitcher on a table and like a tank full of hissing cockroaches that are like this big, dude. And you're like, where's this going? And then he dumps them in the blender and blends them all up.
oh,
And then he dumps it into her butthole.
Oh.
And then she farts it into his mouth.
I'm all
Damn,
about
dude.
getting in shape, but there's a limit to what I'll do.
Dude,
It'd been funnier if Butterly was like, all right, you want to play Rocket League now? I'd be like, no, dude. I need to go to church.
Dude,
What are you
he
talking
watches
about?
that and he's just like staring. He's like, do you think they faked the moon landing? I think
Anyway, I'm about to get my yellow belt. Oh, man.
well, you
I
know,
look over, Butterly's not even watching. He's just like,
He's in a gi. I gotta watch this geed up, dude.
he's in a gi. He's just like,
Yeah, that's the when it comes to mind. Like, if your question was, have you ever been offended by porn recommendations? I don't think I've ever had any. I think it would be weird if someone was like, "Hey, let me recommend you some porn." I'd be like, "Shut up, dude.
Yeah, dude,
that's
that's
weird. thing.
Weird.
I don't know. You get killed doing some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got
It might be a
offended by-
southern thing.
Yeah,
Are you talking about
Like,
like on
welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah.
What kind of anal beads length are you into?
are you talking about
here's
like
your
on the,
pornography, boy.
are you talking about like on
Yeah.
the porn
Yeah,
sites?
like on the porn site, it's like.
I thought you meant like a real person. Be like, hey, what's
No,
going
no,
on? Let me recommend something for you.
Hey partner,
I haven't had
I
one
like
of
the
those
cut of
since
your
the
jib.
90s.
Listen, I know exactly what you would be into. It's called Blanca porn.
Oh, the
Okay,
recommendations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been like, how dare you? I turn into O'Connor.
I
It's
have.
in
That's where
what world would I watch this?
I hit the line a couple times where I was like, well, I never. And it just clicked right off after I finished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, wait a minute now.
Yeah, mister, what
Yeah.
do you think of me? Yeah.
I'll
I
do
got-
it once.
I got
just the once.
super self-righteous after I shot a load. I'm like, I can't believe, because I did like a little scrolling.
He turned into a TV Angela. She's
Yeah.
like, in the world.
You sinners. Yeah. So that's
Oh boy.
that's where I'm living.
Yeah.
Dude, also, we were talking about Dylan Harper. I was trying to find, I don't think she has social media, but I
She
did.
definitely does, man.
Oh, I
pretty
found
sure
this
she has
picture. Of course, there's a picture of her and fucking Paul Heyman of ECW. And look at this psychopath.
Paulie.
Can't
Can't
Wow.
really see it, but
Why doesn't it show?
it's like super bright.
It's too bright. Hold on.
Too bright.
This psychopath. Weird thing is, it's weird to see him without his fucking neck on. All right, hold on. There you go. Look at fucking Heyman.
Oh yeah.
Look at like Alex Jones behind her about to feed her some content. He's like,
I'm
I got
done
some
with you, Dylan
literature
Harper."
for you.
I'm done with you. Your pussy's made of
God,
salt.
dude. Really, that's what he does when they say, "Hey, Paul, say cheese." He's like, ah.
Creeps behind somebody.
That's what he's taught. Just coming up with Sandman and New Jack.
Yeah.
You can't approach him. He's got to approach you from behind, like ah. Fucking Heyman, that idiot.
He's
Oh,
great.
man.
He's the one giving porn recommendations on the screen.
Yeah.
I know what you would
Yeah.
like.
Oh, he's definitely a dude who would call you and be like, "Listen, I don't know what these sites are recommending you, but let me give you Heyman's top 5. All right." He's like, first off, are you into Mumbai? Just search. It's insane. Disgustingly. You can smell it through the screen, but trust me, bro, it's
Like,
hot.
it'll get you there. It'll get you.
He's like, always put a neck brace on. Just, dude, his fucking his flashlight's a giant cell phone. Dude, that'd be sick, dude.
You thought you were going to be fucking the neck brace, but you got the cell phone instead.
Yeah,
That's
cell
where,
phone.
yeah, that's where he gets you.
Easy clean.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Are you guys big wrestling guys?
Oh yeah.
Not so much anymore, but like
Well, you're from Flair country.
yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What's he,
Yeah.
Charlotte? He's from Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Yeah, he's Charlotte.
There's
And
a lot of guys that came through, like lived in Charlotte at one point, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say North Carolina's a big wrestling state. I feel like a lot of.
Yeah.
we
So you
have
guys are still into WWE or
Nah.
not as much.
I watch.
Yeah, okay.
I watch a little of the AEW occasionally,
Oh yeah.
but not really. Nah. I used to like really die hard for a long time and just.
Yeah, I think
just
that's every person was like at one
Yeah.
point in time wrestling.
Yeah, after like 0203, I was like, all right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. you just-
that's good. That's enough.
like ECW.
After
yeah,
like ECW is like, we are literally all gonna die. We gotta
Yeah.
pump the brakes. I was like, wow, wrestling stinks now.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, all the hardcore stuff. Once they kind of like pussied out on that, and Vince McMahon wouldn't let people curse on television anymore,
or bleed.
or bleed or whatever. It was like, what the fuck are we watching, man?
Yeah.
I mean, there was. I'll say this about the WWF. They had two gimmicks. Like they have a myriad of gimmicks where I'm like, I can't believe they fucking let that fly. But like one of them, keep in mind, wrestling is fundamentally for anyone under the age of fucking, let's just say 17. You're just
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
like the max age you get when you're like hitting peak. But Val Venus, I thought was one of the most. I remember even
He was
being a kid,
awesome.
like, I was like, this is the dude I'm supposed to like. I
Oh, I
remember
love them.
Star.
I love Val Venus,
like,
dude.
the craziest thing is when you're kids and like you're out there like playing wrestling and like emulating you're like,
Yeah.
I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, like I'm Papa Shango, and like, hello, ladies.
Let me
Yeah.
get my towel.
And, like Bill, we're all dudes in my friend's basement. You need to stop gyrating.
11-year-old Shaner coming out like, hello, ladies. And you're not as smooth as Val Venus. You know, he'd be like, listen, ladies, if you want to take the Venus ride, come up. You come out, you're like, hey, ladies, I'm going to cream pie your asshole.
We'll put cockroaches in there.
Hey, do you remember when they were going to cut his dick off?
Oh, yeah,
guys?
dude.
Yeah.
That was also
dude.
a crazy thing. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. But the other persona that I'm like, somebody sat down in Vince's office and was like, I wonder how long we can get away with this for. Eugene.
Oh,
the
yeah.
mentally challenged kid.
Yeah.
You told me about this. That's awesome.
You're like, I remember watching TV. I'm like, I can't. They're actually fucking doing it.
They just roll Sabu out nowadays. It's like, oh, all right. Geez.
They went
that kid looks
full
rough.
force. Yeah.
Dude, they jumped the retarded shark on that. Completely into it.
I think
It's
when
just Spike Dudley doing acid drops, like this kid's totally retarded. He doesn't feel pain. You see him just get Mike Awesome just threw him 3,000 feet into the fight, which is by far one of the funniest things from ECW heydays is watching Spike Dudley just get tossed and Mike Awesome, dude. Mike Awesome. Remember Shader? We watched. There was one. It was like 96, 97 in like the heyday or whatever. Yeah, obviously before Mike Awesome died, but he slams him to the ground so hard over a remember I think did he miss the table or he did hit the table, but he hits him with the awesome bomb or whatever the fuck. I was like, Spike Dudley shouldn't be able to walk, and he's a financial analyst.
Right.
Who's trust them with their money? It's like, excuse me, Mr. Dudley, what do you think about the bond market? He's like, I would invest in Fruit Loops. It's like, what, dude?
Maybe they knocked him Rain Man retarded. I mean, it was just like,
dude, he could have went the other way. Yeah, he could have went super smart. Like he got hit by lightning and he can play the piano. If he gets hit by lightning again, he just gets tossed through it.
Well, he was like a grade school teacher before he even got into wrestling.
Yeah, he was.
He's still like all there, which is he should be dead. He should be like Sabu'd up the way those guys look. I mean, only other guys that walked away is like, you know, Dreamer is still pretty much the same, RVD so well, but like you look at dudes like Sandman. Even New Jack fucking, I mean, obviously fucking Sabu is, Christ. I think he's just part metal at this point, dude. He's like a Terminator.
Yeah, he's pretty much a cyborg.
Yeah.
But it's like Spike did just as much, if not more. You know, half the shit he took, and keep in mind, what was he, like, 120? Or no, like 130 pounds, maybe?
Yeah.
Dude, Mike Awesome, who's like 6'6", 300 pounds. Look it up. Look up Mike Awesome throw. Oh, wait. Who hit the bitch? Was that was Mike Awesome too? Remember he roid raged and he hit Spike's girlfriend? Dude, that made the Philly Inquirer. That made the fucking Philly papers. They're like, it's like spousal abuse at the ECW bingo arena. It's Mike Awesome punching his bitch.
Dude, he knocked out 2 of her teeth.
Dude, he hit her so hard. I was like, she should be dead.
That's crazy that happened.
Can you imagine that conversation if that was if that was Spike's real girlfriend afterwards? He's like, "See you gonna get pizza, or should we talk? We should talk about it." She's like, "Well,
the size of a fucking grapefruit." She's like,
it's just like a fucking football. She's like, "Yeah, I can go for a slice."
She looks like fucking Stewie Griffin. She's like, "What's that?"
Yeah, those were brutal days, dude. That's Shayna was gonna do a show with Mick Foley. He was supposed to feature for Mick Foley.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
COVID happened and he backed out, man.
What a pussy.
Man. Yeah.
Fucking no,
that's the other thing too.
That's what gets him, dude.
I was like, you are afraid of a disease. Didn't the Undertaker tooth up through your nose and then you your pants?
You fucking fell off the Hell in a Cell and then through the cage. And
I remember that.
I was like, should we even bring up your matches in China with
don't even
any of them? Literally any of them.
The Terry Funk death matches. Yeah.
You and Terry Funk actually murdered each other on Japanese TV one night.
Both of you were dead. I think also, speaking of wrestling, I thought it's hilarious that who was it? Fucking Undertaker just did Rogan. But they do Mark the Undertaker Calloway. I was like, come on, bro. Come on, you just say the Undertaker.
Nobody knows who Mark Calloway is.
I was thinking about how funny that would be with other wrestlers if they use their real name and then put in their wrestling thing. There's so many good ones, like that retarded kid.
Yeah,
Scott Eugene, the retarded kid, Davis.
Man,
Yeah, but it's like, please welcome to the show, Scott Razor Ramon Hall. It's like, first off, you're not even Puerto Rican, dude. Scott Hall. You're fucking more American than me, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Where do you get this toothpick bullshit? He's like, hey, I can't move.
The funny thing behind that is I think Scott Hall like put out like a small, like, I don't think he wrote a book, but he did, like, he was talking about how when he was coming to the WWF, he went into Vince's office. He's like, one person I never liked. He's like, to this day, I never liked Vince McMahon. I didn't like him when I was employed by him. I didn't like him when I met him the first time. It's like, I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So he went into the office and he jokingly brought up like Scarface and like being like a fucking Cuban dude. And McMahon was like, that's what we want. That's what we're doing. He's like, shit.
Yeah, he had him filming the vignettes that week.
Yeah,
he was out in fucking Miami on the street next to the cars and the fucking
amazing.
Yeah.
What? Like, he tried to be Cuban?
yeah.
Well, Scott Hall was blonde, had a fucking big like circus strongman mustache, all that
He looked
shit.
ridiculous, dude.
So he looks like Joe Exotic. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, his hair is fucking being dyed black, combed black, shaves his stash, all that shit. And they're like, yeah, you're going to the fucking barrio, man. Here's a Cadillac. And
What a weird turn. That's so funny. He tried to be Scarface. Like, he was like, hey, man. But he's just like in there, like reciting lines.
The worst.
Yeah, he's like, where you say I'm from? Baltimore. Sound like a bird want to fly away. They're like, what, dude?
Shaner, do you remember the other thing about that interview where Vince started talking about his homosexual experiences?
Whoa.
No.
With Scott Hall?
Yeah.
He got razored?
He was like, well, my first homosexual experience. He said homosexual experience, which stuck out in my head.
Why? Because he killed him? He killed the ass? He put that ass to sleep, dude.
Homosexual.
He's from North Carolina. So
he's from Pinehurst.
Who is?
Yeah,
Vince McMahon. He was.
Is it? I thought they were from Connecticut.
He moved there later on, but his mom and
it's also like that transition you were just talking about with Scott Hall. That's like Stone Cold. He was like long. He was DiBiase's boy, right?
Hollywood Blondes, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He was DiBiase's boy.
Yeah, and then he was in ECW, and then he became. Yeah, he was still stunning, and then when he came to the WWF, he became
stunning Steve Austin. Hell yeah! Like, this isn't working, dude.
Yeah, he came out as the ringmaster originally.
Oh,
yeah.
On his new podcast, he came out as gay.
Stone Cold loves sucking dick. There's one thing.
He's like, I don't drink anymore. It's like, nobody gives a shit. You didn't drink when you're in the WWE. You got like a drop into your mouth, and you did that bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
He starts calling him. He's like, I'll suck your daddy's dick. I'll suck your brother's dick.
What?
Don't even get into it, dude. I cannot have these two pitching ideas either.
Oh, I know. We don't need that.
No.
God damn.
Instead of
We're
whooping
joking.
ass, it's just licking ass and fucking ass.
We came up with a funny idea for a cartoon series when Soder was on, and dude, afterwards he texted, he's like, dude, I'm gonna talk to Saint Germain, because that's who he writes with. He's like, I'm talking to Saint Germain, see if we can get this going. I'm like, fantastic. I'm so glad we brought that idea up. Text me 2 days later. He's like, dude, we're pitching to Stone Cold. I'm like, I'm so happy for you right now.
I'm not upset.
You just go into the bathroom and start punching yourself in the face.
Scotty in it, Boogie Nights, dude. It's like, idiot.
Yeah, but I don't have a car. I'm just on the SEPTA, just on the bottom.
No, I just go the other way. So it was like, dude, me and Saint Germain are gonna pitch to Stone Cold. I'm like, can I kiss you? I just want to kiss you. Sometimes you look at me. I was like, you're fucking dick, dude.
It's like, please let me kiss you.
It's not sexual, it's just friendship.
Fucking Scotty. I watched that clip the other day because like I saw a picture of it and I was like, dude, that scene is the most uncomfortable. Like,
what? Oh, Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
To this day, probably I consider one of the funniest movies of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an amazing movie, but funny, like legit humor in that movie. There's so many, and we were talking about it,
John C. Reilly in that movie.
Riley in it, dude. When he's doing magic to Cheadle, he's like, aren't you afraid to deal with those dark forces? He's like, dark horses? He's like, no, the dark forces. He's like, thank you. Like, And dude, when Wahlberg comes out all fucking methed up, he's like, "No, Jack, it's my fucking big dick. I'm ready to fuck now." He's like, "I'm not shooting you in this state you're." He's like, "State? What does that even fucking mean? State of California? I know where the fuck I am, Jack." I was like, brilliant. It was the funniest shit. When he drinks the tequila.
He's arguing with the record producer. He's like,
Oh.
yes, okay, yes, the tapes, they are yours. They are your physical property, but the magic that is on that,
You own that.
you don't own that.
Dude, they flashed him in the sound booth. Just
Yeah.
God, he's fucking funny. Jesus
That
Christ.
song.
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
good.
Oh, dude, and then fucking what's his name? Doc Ock.
Oh,
He's
Alpha
like
Molina,
fucking
Oh,
And,
geez.
dude, Molina, dude,
Yeah.
with fucking what was his little fucking
Cosmo.
Cosmo. That's Cosmo.
Yeah, throwing the fireworks.
There's just like little things about that movie I think are so funny and like aren't fucking, you know, obviously people know the scenes, but like the funniest parts that like, dude, when the tape's playing, he's like, "I'm playing mixtape." He's like, "Ricky Springfield, friend of mine." It's like, what, dude? These guys are trying to sell off a pound of fucking baking soda. He's like, "Ricky Springfield, friend of mine." This guy's smoking crack. I'm like, this is the best scene I've ever seen in any movie. It's fucking amazing.
And that's all based on a little bit on the Wonderland thing, I guess. With John.
Yeah.
I know, and then you watch the movie Wonderland, you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh wow, wasn't that quirky and funny?" They were
No,
all
pretty
right, a lot of
dark.
pipe hitting. Like, jeez.
Seems
Where's-
pretty accurate.
Where's the charm?
Yeah.
Not,
I mean, dude, it didn't help that they showed the actual police video at the end of that movie. It's like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
yeah.
It's like you got blood on the ceilings.
Now I see
Blood.
Heather Graham's pussy once in that movie.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking Val Kilmer making me really want to do blow the whole time. It's like, Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's like what that movie is right there with, I guess, like Goodfellas being one of those movies. It's not a comedy, but is one of the
Oh,
funniest
absolutely
movies of all
hilarious.
time. Yeah.
Absolutely hilarious, dude. That part, I mean, the part when they go to Tommy Pesci's mom's house.
No, yeah.
Oh God.
You know, one dog's looking one way, this dog's looking the other. So this guy's like, "What do you want from me?" And it's like, dude, it's such a funny line, dude. And she's like, "What? One dog's going east, one dog's going west. What do you want?" It's like, all right.
Does it
This
look
is
like somebody we know?
If there's
Yeah.
1 month that goes by where that scene doesn't get referenced between the two of us,
Yeah.
I'll eat your hat. I fucking
Oh, what? The dinner scene at
Yeah.
Goodfellas?
that whole-
So good.
I'm
I
gonna-
think one of the funniest parts in that movie is when they show Corbone frozen in the truck. That shit is hilarious. They have him fucking hanging from his
Yeah.
fucking guinea
Meat
wig.
hook.
It's like, dude, it's the funniest fucking part, dude. He's just like, it's like, there's no need
He looks
to
like a-
show that.
Dude, he looks like a Muppet.
I was gonna say the exact same. He doesn't look like he looks like he should be hanging out somewhere.
It's funny because now that I think of it, that's what the Ramirez sketch looked like. It looked like Corbone from Goodfellas, dude. That's what the fucking sketch artist had them looking for. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys watched Night Stalker yet.
No,
but-
I've got to keep
Nah.
it, but I heard you guys talking about it.
yeah, and I tweeted out the picture because I was like,
Yeah.
this is insane, dude. It's
awesome.
insane how bad this fucking sketch is of them, dude.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
this, dude.
Oh, I know.
It's like, dude, you're like, can you believe he's still at large? I'm like, yeah, that's not
Yeah.
him. You're looking for Anthony Cumia's retarded brother over here, dude.
It's over at Compound Media doing karaoke.
Anthony Corbone, dude. Yes.
So,
Anyway, I actually got to get off, dude.
yeah, I was
got a
gonna
hard
say,
out.
man,
I'm
we
sorry.
kept you guys a long time.
No. This has been great, man. I love
Yeah.
talking to you guys.
Thank you so much. I want to get everything Wi-Fi at Wi-Fi podcast on Twitter. And
Facebook
Brian,
group is YFI.
Patreon.com.
page, I think?
Yeah, paid for it.
Yeah.
And then Brian 6X on Twitter and Instagram, and then _Shaner_comedy on Twitter, and then Shaner Comedy on Instagram. And also Good Nights, February 4th through 6th, Raleigh.
Yeah,
we will
we'll be there.
For sure.
There will be darkness in town.
We'll link all that stuff up too, man. But thank you guys, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
I'm bringing the heat to Raleigh. Dude. I'm
Fuck
like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
Yeah.
They need it. They need it badly. So
Really good.
yeah, thanks, man. Thank you guys so much.
We
And,
love you guys. You're
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, thank you guys,
Gotta do
man.
it
It's
again.
always fun.
All right.
All right, later.
Later, bros.